Gameplay is no longer just about Gunpla battles. Using their Gunpla as custom avatars, players can now meet online to chat and socialize. With this new social element, the program's popularity reaches unprecedented heights. The name of this new simulator is Gunpla Battle Blaze Beyond Borders, but it is more commonly known.
Welcome! I'm ready when switching! Yes, sir!
Holy crap, I've been muted this whole time and I feel like an idiot. Oh well. My bad. I was saying that there's going to be a little bit of a latency if you find me in game. I have about a minute of buffer with the streaming app because I would rather have it send out smooth video. I guess I forgot to, like I said, I forgot to turn on the mic. I gotta turn off my fan too. It's not even necessary to have the fan. It's actually pretty chilly tonight, so it feels pretty comfortable to wear the mask today.
This is the mission desk.
Extreme story mode is just, it's not that much difficult. More difficult than the hardcore mode was, to be entirely frank. I mean, it is and it isn't. I don't know. Last time I was building for a while, and
this is the mission coming.
I went to bed, and then you know, oh, let's go check the builds that I have up, because I still want to finish the full evolution or growth of the Ryuga Ray digital creature. Legally distinct digital monster. That's the second stage. I need to change that sword color. And I really wish I could figure out a way to make it so that it swapped colors. Like, but the way that it anchors is weird, so I don't really want to fiddle with it outside of some simple rotation like I've done. But that was the one I finished last time. This is I don't need to have that anymore. And this is an example that I had for some reason, but now I don't need that. Did I delete that? Yeah, I deleted that. That was the one I worked off of to try and do two heads. And honestly, I'm not feeling the two-headed vibe anymore. I think this one has the right scale that I want. Or not, because I don't know. If I load this one and scale everything up, then I can ensure that it's bigger than this version. Because, you know, they should get a little bit bigger. And then I'll just delete the old variants once I'm finished editing. Why am I like this? I don't know. I have weird design philosophies that just make me want to play in a particularly strange way. This is the one that I like the most for the because it looks most like a wing set. Although I have been trying to figure out how to kind of give it webbing in between there. We'll work on that in a minute. Because these, I like them. Oh no, I remember why I wanted to start from that other one. No, yes. Because I had particularly, no, that's not what I wanted. I keep misclicking. Well, I can always just go check it and copy the orientation. Because this one has the orientation of the wings that I like. Or not the wings, the face. Because this thing creates this, like, main thing. But I also really decided that I like the fan out thing these things do. So, and plus it doesn't really mess with the colors of the gunpla when I use the NTD. But I really wish that you could like activate two of them and it would give you the green NTD effect, but no, we don't get that. In fact, I don't actually know how to get the green NTD effect. I would prefer that one. I'm not sure which one we get, because I forgot since last time. My brain's a little bit Swiss cheesy. Okay, that one's gonna, I don't need to mess with that one. I'm gonna open this one though. Fecto. I don't need the heads. Like, it was cool and fun, but it just, I don't know what it makes me feel. But I don't particularly like that the 3 heads anymore. It was a fun experiment, testing out something that I'd seen on Twitter as well. So now I don't really need that one anymore. I could go check the proportions of everything, but there's really no point. I'll just figure it out for the new variant. And then go, like I said, I need to clean up some of my blueprints for old builds that I'm not going to use anymore. This one doesn't, I don't know what shield I want. Because I know I don't want that shield anymore. I do want to have the beam sabers. Even though that kind of, how do I put this? Sort of limits the way that my gunpla can work. But the EX skill that this particular one gives isn't particularly worth it. I mean, it's not bad, but I can't decide if I should use it. But regardless, the other shield is going to become a tail piece. Once I figure, no, is it going to be a tail piece? What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with you? We'll see. Right now I haven't really even lost anything. Gotta switch. Switch shields. Which shield did I want to use? Because I really did like this shield, and it seats funny. A lot of shields sit funny on this. Field shield is just an amusing name. So. Oof. Why is it all the way out there? That is a very strange spot. Oof. I imagine there is no way to reorient these wings. I think what I ended up doing was using a thing that looked kind of like this to the whatchamacallit. I'm sure you know exactly what I mean if you're watching this. That was a joke. In case you're prone to appearing on r/whoosh. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I want some symmetrical shields for frick's sake. Do I have that shield from hello. How are you? Apologies if you find there's a little bit of latency between in-game and me talking on here. It makes the video smoother, so I'm in the middle of messing with my current project set of Gunpla. Because I kind of had this idea based off of I did play Gundam Evolution. It was fun while it lasted. I didn't have the money to go get, you know, the extra skins and stuff. I was a bit disappointed when it went down. I think that's the one I want. Is that the one with Turn A Gundam? Nope, that is not. That is literally Turn A Gundam. Excuse me. The one with the gold. Oh. I always forget. Gold Sumo. Gold Sumo. Because it's got a cool shield that I like. I might just go buy it. Because I'm not particularly fond of what the shields I've got are at the moment. I like the H2 shield, but I'm not. I got enough parts and resources that I heard it was pretty decent. Like, I feel like this has got potential to be as good if they would fix some of the glitches that I've noticed. Most of the issues are cosmetic, but I don't know about the balance per se. It feels like, based on the way the abilities work in this, that it would be balanced.
Coming!
Although, you know, funnel strategies seem to be king,
the kids
like
are this way.
in the anime. So the Mobile Sumo Gold, I think is what it's called. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Because it's got that shield there, and if I put the other thing on there, I'm kind of trying to beef up the robot a little bit, and that gives it. It doesn't really do anything except make it cosmetically symmetrical. Then I could also just do that with having the same builder part, but the builder parts might not be properly mirrored like I have shown in the past. Which one is this? I want it to have PvP. There's a potential that they might add it in later. I am disappointed that it doesn't have live PvP. Much like Gundam Breaker Mobile, it didn't have live PvP. It had asymmetrical PvP, and like you can go, the bounty hunting is sort of like PvP, but nah. PCP? I'm confused. Oh, PvP. Okay, my typo-es did not kick in. I'm hoping they fit it in too, because fighting the AI is just, the AI is terrible in this game. That I don't understand why they still have not figured out how to make a decent game AI in these games. It was the same problem in Gundam Breaker Mobile as well. Like, the AI was very stupid. Very, very, very stupid. Which one was this? Okay, that's the one I want to delete anyway. Because this one's the... if you treat this concept like they're Digimon, then this one's going to be the next level of the evolutionary tree. The whole mobile AI story in this made me think about Digimon and .hack sign, so I'm like, let's try and I'm gonna go and try and make a Gundam themed thing. I haven't gotten to the stage where I make a skin like texture for them yet, but we'll get there. Unfortunately, that shield does not do what I want, so what was the name of that shield? It's literally just... Does it have that? Did I not get one? I thought that thing had a shield on it. Maybe they don't come with a separate part for that shield. Huh. Well, that's disappointing. But if you go and pull up the mobile sumo, I bet you it's got a built-in shield. That's why I didn't find it. Oh wow, holy crap, I've got a lot of those. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad setup either, though. That's pretty cool. If I put one on the other side, I don't think I want master grade size, though. Oh wow, holy crap. That's big. That's a big arm. He's a beefy Gundam. It's not a Gundam, but you know what I mean. That's funny. But if I use that, then I can't have the... But no, it doesn't have a built-in shield. I thought that was a shield. Huh. Well, I don't want to have to switch arms just for that, so I guess I'll have to figure out what I want to do with my builder parts. This needs to stay because it's a neck. This is kind of superfluous. Eventually I'm going to find a shield that'll work for this. Oh, I've heard great things about Sparking Zero. I spent my money on this, and honestly, I'm spent for a while, so I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain part of me that's like, I'm gonna make myself enjoy this. Like, it's got good qualities, but I'm also being honest in some aspects. Like, I'm starting a document that's just all the misaligned parts that should be mirrored properly. Like the dragon heads that don't work, that don't align properly. That one's annoyed the hell out of me for several days. I've heard really great things about Sparking Zero, though. I haven't decided to go into Xenoverse again to cope, just like some of the other people who were broke. I decided, you know what, I'm going to play something new too. What am I doing? I'm getting ADD at the moment. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes you can make the shields do really funky things if you get the right one to do, the right one to fit, but it depends on the size and the shape and stuff like that. This one, I haven't tried to fit this one on the back, the Nightingale shield. That one's huge though. I think that one's huge. Yeah, that one's freaking huge. And the way that it aligns does not let it function like a tail, unfortunately. Whereas the Legillis shield, I haven't tried that one yet either. I'm going to do that. No, I don't need to do that right now. I'll synthesize it later. And I've liked how it performed on the Rose tall geese that I made. I don't know if you've gotten to see that. Yeah, I'm on PC. I'm curious about whether there are significant differences in the way that it plays. Although I am rather vexed by the way that they decided to make the XYZ coordinates and stuff in this game. It does not... I don't see why they couldn't have given us a more specific coordinate system. Like... I'm doing something, cat. Excuse me. I recently accidentally adopted a cat, so if you hear meows, that's her, and I may incidentally curse at her if she jumps on my lap, because that's where my keyboard is, but she's almost too affectionate. But like, I'd rather have a cat that's incredibly affectionate than one that's not. Which leads me to believe that she probably lost her past owner. Because she's microchipped. Yeah, that shield's not going to do what I want it to do. I like it, but it doesn't do what I want it to do. Whereas I could equip the where's the field shield? There it is. Equip that and make it have a simple color scheme and just match him so that this side matches with the one on the other side that's the builder part. I do not like the fact that this has more color regions than the builder part does, though. That has gotten on my nerves every single time I've played with this. But then it's just making symmetrical things for no reason. I did think about using another back piece, but then I'd have to go through an upgrading process. And I don't know, there's options, but like that one's one of my favorites for a number of reasons. But it's only got, well, yeah, it's got an EX skill and an op skill, so it would fill in the gaps that I would get from having lost some of the other pieces. I say lost, but I'm just not using them anymore, of course. Like this one, I love the missiles on this one. This one's got a great fire rate, or great explosion and a decent stun. Cat? Yes, I love you too. Go ahead. Go. That was Biscotti. She's been living with me for a couple of weeks now, and now she likes to hop on my lap when I'm gaming because she thinks that I should be paying attention to her instead of whatever the keyboard is. I'm sure she doesn't understand what that is. I'm a fan of this, except like I feel like they really hobbled the aerial shield. And the Calibarn shield is... I don't think I upgraded the Calibarn shield. I have to go to the... I have to go get the... I don't remember what the cat, don't get up on my lap without warning. You didn't even meow at me. Oh. Posture check. Excuse me for breaking the illusion. I don't actually have anime eyes, thank gods. That might be a interesting life. Anime eyed. Okay, I gotta get the Calibar and
The
Gundam
gifts
now.
are this way.
Because I've upgraded half the Calibarn suit, and then the other half I sold because I was like, well, they're not that good. But then I realized they don't drop from anything, so I periodically go back to the shop to buy copies of Calibarn. I'm a simp for that. I don't care what anybody says. It was good. It was great.
Thank you very much.
And I have enough that I
Thank you
can
very
probably
much.
afford to buy a few copies and just
Thank you
upgrade the
very
best one
much.
that I get.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
And the others
much.
just end up getting folded into that
Thank
piece.
you very much. Thank you very much.
This game's stat system can very much be brute forced if you just like if you go through and have the right abilities on here, you can make it so you're just showered in parts. And I think that's one of the reasons people like to play with me, is that I have every time I'm on the team that it's just the drop rates are raining gold. I didn't jump over the shield. I'm really, really impressed with the stuff that people have made in this game. Really, I didn't get any 3-star Calibarn shields. That's great. That's lovely. Oh, I forgot that one doesn't even have an EX skill on it. And it's just identical to the aerial shield, except the gap is missing. There's no gap. That's interesting. Huh. I never noticed that before. And now I just have the intense urge to compare them. You'll excuse me for the... Oh, it's a little bigger. Chunkier. Oh yeah, they armored up the little... Yeah, okay, I see. I like it, but it doesn't do the gun bit thing anymore. I'd have to attach a bunch of... That's the other thing I'm a little frustrated by. They didn't make a... because you've got all these builder parts and stuff. You can add so many different funnels. But, like, they didn't add any of the aerial funnels. You can't add any of them. Like, there's 6 or 7 different funnels that attach onto the aerial Gundam or in the Calibarn, into, like, the shoulders and the arms and so on. And I wanted to have those pieces, and they didn't put them in. Maybe they'll put them in a future update. But there's going to be apparently 5 DLCs. Plus free updates as well. They've already added Calibarn and the Calibarn permit score 5 in. But I'm like a little confused as to why the permit score 5 is a separate model kit instead of having the permit score 5 be a power. But then there's also still the power that you can get from that. So it's both. I can't decide what I'm doing with this build now. I could give it another eye, but I don't think that would look any good. I got rid of the secondary neck piece and the tail bit because I don't really need a tail. Dragons don't always have tails, right? That's not a necessary element for all dragons. They just have wings and claws. Well, they don't even have wings all the time, you know? But this one has wings. Initially, it didn't start with wings. It just had little flaps. It's also very tiny. I don't know if I haven't shown you that, but I am on a thing at the moment. This thing functions as a pretty decent tail too. It's also a shield that you can equip, but it doesn't anchor in the same. You can't anchor it down to the butt like I want to. So, and I've used it for that for a couple of times. But there's also oh, what else was I gonna do? Excuse my brain farts and ADHD. I'm very much a stream of consciousness builder. Like, oh, I want to do this thing. Cat, what are you playing with? It's like she knows where the camera is pointed and she's trying to be on camera right now. That I can see her in frame back here. Cat, please. What are you doing? Why are you attacking my Pokemon? What are you doing? Why are you... You're gonna cause an avalanche. Get down. One moment. Why were you doing that? I'm sorry. Well, I probably shouldn't apologize. That might have been more entertaining than some of the building I've been doing. Wingbinder. I shouldn't be so self-deprecating. That's not always appealing to viewers, for what I've heard. These things are another form of funnel that I could put on those. Put those on. What was I doing? My brain farts are strong today. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of these little flap things. I want to keep them both, but I can't. I don't think I can. I also had an idea to try and build a lion themed one, but I haven't worked on that yet. Yeah, these things are gonna have to go. Either that, or I gotta get rid of the mega particle cannon that's acting like a jaw there. It's got a little jaw, got a little mouth, and that it'll blast things with that. Because if I have to take that off, then I have to find a new part that fills in that trait or that skill. But then there's also the fact that I'm pretty flush with skills right now, so maybe I don't really need the mega particle cannon. Yeah, I've got fin funnels. If I put that tail on, then I don't need that. Yeah. Okay, I can get rid of that. Apologies, I have, what are you doing now, cat? I think she's just exploring. I hope she's just exploring. At least I can hear where she is. I could just put the tail cannon back on, but that's just feels like a lesson in insanity. Just do the same thing over and over again and over and over again and over and over again. Let's not do that. This one started out as a Leo variant, but now it's become much more. And realistically, it doesn't need to have like a bunch more skills on there. Honestly, it just needs one EX skill filled in, and then the op skills are almost full. I think. No, I literally just emptied them out. I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I'm forgetful because I've been flipping around between screens that I don't remember where exactly I've changed some things. Make up your mind. I think I'm gonna do with this one because this one will function with the NTD. Essentially, it gives me the same mega particle cannon, but I think it does something else. Or is that the backpack that does that? Hello. Welcome back. I decided that since I've been having issues with my save files, I'm just going to stream whenever I feel like playing this game. So, welcome to the creative process. That's another thought I've had about this little dragonette idea, but that doesn't feel like dragon wings. They just don't, you know. They're still wings. I get that, but they're not dragon wings. I could justify a lot of things looking like dragon wings. Those are definitely the Legillis, definitely a dragon wing set, absolutely dragon wings. But yeah, some stuff's just not dragon, not dragon compatible. These could be, but they don't have any EX skills, so that's unfortunate. I spent a long time trying to find one that I really like. The Fatum kind of gives it gives a couple of ideas. Ooh. I really love the ability of this game to just reorient anything. I'm gonna label that one so that I remember that I like that one. And plus it'll ask an extra prompt if I decide to try and use that one as a material. Oddly, I haven't really tried to recreate any of my other Gunpla from Gundam Breaker Mobile except for Tonbo. But I actually felt rather attached to that one. I like the concept. I like dragonflies, just on principle. Another thought I had was I saw somebody else who built a. If I could fill a, I don't know if I have enough slots for that in the builder's parts. I do not. I don't. For some reason, I thought that this shield and the EX skill that it had interacted with the. Oh, that's disappointing. Maybe it's a different one. Oh. I've decided. You may notice that the mask is a wee bit different. This is a little bit more comfortable, but there's still some strain on the ears. I have amassed quite a horde of weapons too. I wish they would give us like a functional claw weapon that was like a left claw and a right claw. I want like actual left and right claws. But the best we get is some pretty cool options. I saw someone make a really cool funnel setup with this, where they had those bits from Gundam Age slotted into the pieces here, and then some other stuff fanned out. But I don't really want to copy them, not in that way. I was thinking about using this one. I've been using that one. And then fitting a bunch of those in there, but I can't fit empty enough slots to make that. Unless I decided to find another piece of another leg set to go with. I would have to find that one that looked significantly claw-like. So far, I haven't really found anything that has that vibe that I want. Not really. Watch me stumble on one, but I like the claws I have quite a bit. I feel like I did a good job of positioning them and coloring them, among other things. And then the gillis feet, they are not clawed at all. No, that Gundam fusion isn't gonna cut it. Blarg. I'm sure I've seen Gunpla with claws for their feet. I just hope it's not something like Capul. If it is a Capul, then I'm certainly not using those. You can't make me. Huh. Lupus Rex. Well, I mean, that does have pretty claw-like feet. I could get into that. That would make... There is an inherent difference in style, though. Those are just stylistically incredibly different from the rest of the build. They just don't fit, and that's a problem. Like... I remember this one. I like this one because it has just beam sabers on everything. like a Hork Bajir from Animorphs, but in Gundam form. Okay, what am I gonna pick up? Not Gundam Age. Although there are some pretty cool Gunpla with that one. Yeah, Fusion Rebake doesn't really have the same kind of claw structure either. Honestly, I just, as much as I like Barbatos, I've never really wanted to have its legs. They're cool, it's just not for me. Oh, those are master grade. Oh yeah, to answer your question, yes, you do get a question someone asked. I think it was Aria, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but regardless, yeah, you do get master grade parts, which are significantly larger, but not so large that you can't resize them to scale down. See, these have a rounded enough structure that they would look alright, but they don't have the clawed feet. Chimeras Vidar has like this, I don't know, pointy hoof thing, but I don't know. It feels weird. It would get an EX skill out of it. I had thought of and tried other things for the neck, like putting a shield that would clip through the body, but in the lobby you wouldn't have a neck. I also tried anchoring that bit to the what am I trying to say? Anchoring the bit to the head, and it makes it look weird. This is the one that anchoring it to the chest though makes the head turn fairly naturally as long as you get it positioned right. All right, make a decision. Okay, I don't need those. I like them. I want them. Yeah, I'm discarding those changes. I think I am gonna switch. I'm gonna take the claws off. Just see how that works. It's not like I can't go back and fix it. There's a couple blueprints and other things as a fallback, just in case. I think I want to try the Chimeras Vidar. Because eventually it's going to look more like a Dragon Knight kind of thing. And the rounded hip structure there, I can dig that. And it kind of looks almost like the Leo pieces. Almost. Not exactly, obviously. They're pointier, they're thicker. Among other things. Thick. Gotta have two C's on that, thick. And meanwhile, there's this one, which I know. I can't put that on. I can't wear that. What's Astaroth look like? Oh, this looks like a... No, it's not bad. It's just a... It's kind of typical Gundam-y. Oh, you gotta have that crotch spike though. Gotta have that crotch spike. And this one doesn't have a crotch spike. See, the other thing is Chimeras Vidar, or all of the Iron-Blooded Orphans mechs are more or less designed after demons. So their claws, they have kind of like clawed feet or hooved feet in most cases. So let's see what's balls look like. Yeah, see, like, I don't know, those look very hoof like to me. Oh, I do like those swords, but I'm not digging that one. Not really. No. Astaroth. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chimeras Vidar. And then I can keep those things on. I've saved these coordinates for this particular piece I want to have on, which is just this try-on face. I think it goes there. Yeah, I decided to go with the Chimeras Vidar head. Or legs. Why'd I say head? Well, if it's not right, then I'll get fixed later. Well, that doesn't feel right. That definitely doesn't feel right. Yeah, that's not right. There we go. Trust me, it looks better once it's all colored in. Next part. I'm just trying to decide if I want to change out the chest piece too, because it could go through some rather drastic changes from one form to the next and still be the same Gunpla, quote unquote. There's other items that could be better off. We could use better. There's a lot more to upgrade if I do that, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Sea funnels. No. I'm not really sure that those are going to be the right place to put them, but we'll see once I adjust them into place, because the goal is to have them fill in the gaps on the backpack so that it looks like the funnels have a full wingspan, like a full fold out wings, that sort of thing, but they'll just be stationary. What? Did I put those in the wrong spot? No, they're in the right spot. Yeah. Oh. Maybe I want the smaller ones. Or the thicker ones. The big ones. My brain's not firing on all cylinders, regardless of the fact that I'm fairly well awake. It's just glitching out on words. It's going to take some tweaking to get it into place. I don't mind. I'm in this for the great. My brain's doing that again. More glitches, please. Yes, I always wanted to have more glitches in my brain. Why is this? Oh, okay, well that's why. Yeah, I should use the long sea funnels. They're It doesn't really matter which C funnel you use, they both will do the same thing. Is that I think so? I don't know if there's any significant difference in the damage output of the long versus short ones. But I don't also mean to imply that I've looked into it particularly long. I definitely meant it when I said I was going to make these C funnels fill in the gaps in the wings. I do find the music in this game to be rather monotonous after a while. It's like y'all couldn't have afforded to get some of those sweet anime themes and stuff. Like I want some like Gundam Age anthems here or something where we're building. But no licensed music. The rotation tools are a pain too. Excuse me for complaining a lot. It's in my nature to nitpick a bit. It's partly why I started putting on the mask. That, and I do like cosplay, even if it's a bit cheap. Especially if it's cheap, actually. The cheaper the cosplay, the better. Oh, wrong one. Now I wonder if I should. Yeah, I should probably have them not quite literally overlap like that, but sort of overlap. It doesn't have to be actually. The idea is more of a biomimicry AI than an actual organism, so the wings don't have to functionally do what they would do in a real dragon. Not that dragons are real. I wish they were. If that weren't evident before. unfortunately, my attempt to get a Pokemon game to stream as well didn't work out. I do have the game. I just got the Switch that doesn't have the ability to stream. Lovely. I love it. I like it. I'm happy with it. But there is that sad part. Definitely gonna have a sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon vibe as it goes through it. That goes through its stages. Oh no, that's not far back. Let's see. Oh no, yeah, that's not. Well, I guess that's just not gonna work out that way. That's disappointing. Excuse me for going quiet during intense focus. It's not like it really needs me to focus particularly hard in this particular instance, but I don't know. Brain starts to go into like, no, shut up. Devote all your brain processes to this, despite the fact that the verbal center of your brain is not necessary for this. You won't talk. Humans are funny like that. I know I'm not the only one that ends up acting like that. A rhyme and reason. Although I do really get annoyed at the way the game orients some stuff from time to time. Let's see how those look from the front. Yeah, I like that. But it needs to be roughly the same size as the blaster fins, because it's going to be essentially like a melee and ranged assault suit because of all the funnels flying around. Those need to be roughly the same length. Ah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to copy those numbers because a lot of these are going to be useful for later. Some of them are going to be useful because I want the funnels to be all the same size. Then the fin. It makes sense. Whoopsie. Oh, the orientation of these are different. Uh-oh. That's fine. You're gonna have to be a little bit different. That is mostly to be expected. Huh. Oh, I'll have to adjust those again. Once I get these in place. Excuse me. I can't tell if y'all hear those burps that I don't let out of my mouth, but if you do, I apologize. Try to contain them. They sound weird and gross in my head, but I probably don't even need to mention them if I'm not sure they come up on this. Sign of aging. Everything stops functioning. It's true for machines, it's true for people. Aging sucks. Yeah, that's gonna cost a lot of EX points. Just so many. There we go. Fin funnels, sea funnels. And that leads me to why I was trying to decide whether I want to. Did I have that one upgraded? Did I? No, wrong one. This one. Yes, this one. I do have it upgraded. It's just a lot slimmer and pointier than the other one. And then I'd have to go tweak the back of it, but it wouldn't be too hard. The clips of it too. Ah, yeah, it does. I just don't like having things that don't quite fit sometimes. Let's try it. And I had significantly increased the size of that chest piece before, so this one's gonna have to be increased as well. Oh wait, whoa. Or did I? Oh, okay. Huh. Not that way. Hmm. What did I do? Oh, I'm gonna have to mess with the neck again to readjust everything. The neck is just all borked up now that it's a new chest. Oh yeah, that explains everything. I'm an idiot. I should have started there. I really like the FX burst mode. It looks cool. It's fun. But it was not. I had it on. Wow. Holy crap. Does that get the neck in the right place now? Almost. Although, for some reason, the new chest piece makes the whole thing feel different. Like the whole neck is. I don't mind it. It just changes the way that the Dragonoid stance appears. But that's kind of the goal anyway. I can't hide as much of the gun barrel inside of the chest with this slimmer chest, but it's also more of an adult, so no, I don't want that to be that. So it makes sense that it would kind of slim out a bit in there in some ways. In the end. And plus I get more sea funnels. That's like literally half the reason that I got it. Luckily, the whole back piece rearranges like that. Even the pieces that are attached to the back will stay in their relative orientation to the rest of the back. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. I don't know why I did that. I want to avoid having any significant gaps or weird stuff in the back, so yeah. I think that still looks fairly natural for a set of wings. I think. I mean, so far as any mecha looks natural. Oh. Plus I can make the chest a bit bigger with the legs being a bit bigger. I don't want it to be a cap yet though. That would suck. I want it to still have some room to get bigger in the next stage of the weird Gunpla AI growth. I'm still working on the headcanon for all that, so forgive me if it's a little bit fuzzy. I'd marked a shield. Ah, whatever. Sometimes the controls really get on my nerves. So which shield should I pick out? I don't think I have any. I don't think they have any that can pick up a funnel-based trait, but if they do, that'd be cool. I don't think so. Oh, I'm gonna turn off my camera for a bit because I need to pull the mask off. And oh, one sec. I'm still gonna be playing, but just turning that off. Oh, ow, 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 ow. There we go. Oh, some pressure on my ears is problematic. That's the thing. I can't decide what shield I want though. Honestly, the Z shield it looks like the most tail-like shield I can find. Equip. Backpack. No. Like I said, it really annoys me how often mostly because I use tab a lot for other things. I'll alt tab over, and tab is used for a significant number of operations that bother me. I don't like how high on this backpack it anchors this thing, but because it makes it hard to make it look like a tail. And it doesn't really matter if you end up, orienting it certain weird ways. It's gonna end up looking like. Wait a minute. If I have to just imagine it as a clubbier tail. Is that not sticking through? Yeah, no, that looks terrible. That looks terrible. No. Just give up. He's salamandered. He lost his tail. What? Oh, that's rising. Okay, that's fine. He pulled a salamander. His tail is gone now. I'm trying every which way to orient this, in part because sometimes you can get it to tweak out and do weird things with the orientation, and sometimes it's not going to happen. Because regardless of how I orient it here, it'll pop it off of the back and use it as a shield, or although it'll keep some of the orientation data that it has on the backpack here. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? Oh no, that's still no. Give up. Just give up. Just give up on having a tail. I don't have anything to hide that peg though. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I've been delusional this whole time. Oh, yay. And here I thought it was starting to clip into the front of the... Nope. It just has it stuck to a part of the backpack that's not going to let me clip it into the butt. Unless I put the backpack way low on the gunpla. And then I can't get it to look right in there. It would ruin the slender form that I've got the gunpla in right now, so it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So in that case, I will put the missile shield on. Why? Because it's honestly just got some of the cooler, better skills on it. I might not even need that. Let's check. Drill knee, beam saber on the backpack, Vulcans. Oh, I don't really need it. I can just pick whatever shield I want. Ooh. Oh, no. No, I can't use the Gillis shield. That would just add more bits that I can't really use. I've got enough bits as it is. Well, then I know I don't really need the NTD fuzz either, but... whatever. It'll turn on when the... it'll flip out when the... when any super mode is activated, or hyper mode. I don't remember exactly what the official term for it is half the time. Yeah, I wanted to do that one. Equip that one. I thought I'd colored this differently, to be honest, but I think the oh, I know why, because I'd colored the other one like a buckler. Why has this one got such a weird angle on it, too? Oh, right. The burst mode is right. It's actually Which honestly makes it even more worth it, because then I can activate that hyper form a little bit more. Oh, I could layer them up. Yeah. I'm gonna just go full funnel build. I've seen a lot of people do funnel builds, and I've been intrigued to see what they're like, honestly. Doesn't matter which one of these NTDs I have active. I realize it's not a tactically good idea to have all of my op skills be exactly the same on both, but if I don't know, sometimes I struggle to figure out how to fill those in, especially if I hyper focus a build. Oh, now comes the most boring part. Upgrading everything. I really wish that these upgrade pieces that you get here would increase the abilities on your Gunpla, but they don't. They just increase the flat level of the Gunpla. And I've got so many parts that I don't really mind just brute forcing it like I was talking about. First run through when it goes up to gold, I just toss on literally every white or gold, white to blue piece, I think. No, I'm not gonna put this one. This one's should not be the rate based one. Yeah. This one needs to be more significantly performance based. I don't understand exactly how the near-death buff functions, so I haven't put it into any of my builds yet. I also don't tend to like builds that rely upon being super low on health. It just feels like you're waiting to get knocked out. So I end up having rather regenerative-based builds. And that more or less makes it, I say competitively, almost said competitively viable, but it's not competitive. There's no competitive element to this game, per se, really. I wish there were. I was just talking to someone else about that. Apologies for turning off the camera. My eyes needed a little bit of rest from the goggles on the bridge of my nose. Starts to make a headache, sort of like Char would get. Although I would certainly call myself arrogant enough to believe I'm better than him. I would also say that that's a little bit of confidence, you know. It's not unwarranted if you go and watch some of my past streams. I finally decided to put a near-death bonus on there because, well, you know, in the odd chance that I do get knocked out or get down low, at least I'll have a significant performance buff. I'm not sure how it functions in this game. I've noticed on Pokemon games, those sorts of abilities don't really function quite well. And I don't understand why. Once you get the abilities up to level 20 and beyond, you tend to need to be more stingy about what you put on there. Did I put it? No, I did not put a hit point per second on there. Oh, I do need the other traits on there though. And this process is one of the reasons I got really frustrated about this game and started streaming. Decided to start streaming all the time, is because I would go through this process where I would just, carefully pick out the pieces that I need to upgrade this, and I think other people go through this process too. I'm not the only one. And then I would log in, or I say log in, but I'd boot up the game and I'd have lost progress, and I haven't been able to point out what is causing it. And so I'm paying attention to when it has those, saving game logos on there, but I barely see them. I'll see it say that it's loading, but that's not the same thing. I just want a manual save button that just goes, save my progress right now, send it to the server, and make sure that you know I'm done playing. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Not really, like, you know what I mean. How far up? Oh, this takes a while. And I don't I'm stingy. Like I said, I'll use the low level parts and fill in to get a start going. But then once I get into these parts, I'm like, no, I want to be efficient about it. Even though they're all renewable resources, I can just grind for more. I don't really enjoy grinding too much, despite the fact that I do love having a high performance suit. It gets boring after a while, unless you're with really intensely fun partners. It just depends. Some traits have, or some abilities level up a lot faster than others, which is frustrating as well. Oh, I don't want that one because it's got a quality trait on there. I keep calling them traits, but they are abilities. I keep calling them traits because Gundam Breaker Mobile called them traits, if I recall correctly. Maybe not. It's been a while since I played that game. I can't say that I miss it. It had fun moments, but it was largely frustrating, as many pay-to-win schemes tend to be for those who can't pay. Why did I put that one on there? I don't need to put that one on there. Because I'm certainly not being stingy about what I put on here because of the credits. I'm swimming in those right now. A few bad decisions have led to that being whittled down a bit in the past, but now I'm pretty flush with cash again. I hope that little static GIF is amusing. I find it amusing. It's like the camera transmission is broken in my mobile suit. I should make a point to put like cracks on it or something to play up that joke. Because that's the joke. And honestly, going through very carefully like this also ensures that you don't accidentally miss pieces that have stuff like a level 30 trait, and that would basically max out one part instantly for that one particular ability, and you don't want to just waste that on bulk chunking it in, and that's why I like the warnings. But I really want a warning when we're about to close out of an upgrade. I've gone on that rant in a past video or a past stream that I don't need to go into that again. Because it's frustrating, you know, going through here, spending all this time picking out the exact right buffs. I won't jump on that. I won't jump on that soapbox. I hope you don't mind the lack of face cam for a few minutes, though. A few more minutes. It helps me extend the playtime, so I get a headache if it presses on my nose for too long. Sinus issues. I think allergies are increasing in the fall now for me. Where am I at on these? Okay, I don't need any more charge. I don't need any hit combo. I don't need any more HP capacity. I really wish that this window would show the progress of the upgrades, but it just tells you what you got on the part right now, and it's helpful, but it's not when you're trying to figure out, because this bar right here, this bar will shift and change based on the level that you're going to get out of all the parts you're consuming. But these traits or these abilities don't update as you stuff stuff into your part, and I'm like, well, why? Because now I have to go through here and risk failing the upgrade. I say failing the upgrade, but like you hit too many times and it's gonna exit out, and then you have to go through this whole process again. Infuriation ensues. I don't have rage issues, I swear. I'm not putting redundant. No, I don't need that. I don't want to save. I want to save that one. I still like to save the parts that have the quality and rate, because I still want to build a suit that has like 300% rate and quality at some point in time. I'm not sure it'll be functionally useful, but the idea of a gunpla that goes onto the field and it just makes you rich with my superpower money. I don't actually have that superpower. I need that superpower. No, I don't want that one. Like I said, rate and quality pieces. Like, although the item drop rate and item drop quality separated are better, because the more focused the ability is, the more powerful it's going to be. But having them doubled up, like having multiples on there, makes it even more powerful. I've got another suit that's totally focused on that, or mostly focused on that, but it's drifted a little bit in concept since I've been playing with it for most of the time I've been playing the game. Right now, though, I still need more run. Still need more hit number and HP on hit. I apologize for being a little bit boring at the moment, but, well, you know, if you're into this game, you might be learning something about min-maxing. Because this chest piece is going to be all about that damage. It seems like most of the funnel-based abilities are on the weapons, but mostly on the ranged weapons. I haven't seen them on the melee weapons just yet, but I also haven't seen any. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't melee weapons that are fused with their ranged weapon counterpart, because there are several instances of that in the Gundam series, right? You go look at Gundam Exia's weapons, Gundam 00's weapons. They have the transformation sequence feature, and like, but they do have that built into things like the Legilis arms, which I really love the Legilis arms. If you haven't noticed, I got 2 or 3 different mobile suits that are built with those in mind / built in. I was wasting some HP capacity. I don't want to save. Oh, I should save that one for another part. Does my run? No, my run speed's not maxed out yet. Charge is maxed out. I mean, there is a certain amount of acceptable loss too. Like these are eventually going to have to get fused into something, but because it does have things that I need, but it only has one thing I really need. Everything else would just be wasted. But I also don't tend to use these traits. I don't like the ones that are when an enemy is defeated, because there's a limited number of enemies that spawn. And I don't like to focus on the trash mobs that are target distractions. And I don't think anyone does. So it's not as useful as some of the other traits. Or abilities, excuse me. Whereas, like, and even more focused of it, like, if you defeat it with an EX skill. I'm not sure whether that counts to the funnels as an EX skill, because they're attacking on automatic. Is their attack considered an EX skill for the entire duration of their blasting? I'm gonna have to test that out, to be honest. I think I'm gonna test that out at some point. This would be a good build to test that with too, especially since it's literally got all funnels on the EX skills. I'll have to go searching for those kinds of parts in a minute. Because like I said, the more hyper-focused a part is, or an ability is, the more powerful the percentile buff will be. I can show that off better on the weapon parts, though. HP recovery when enemies are defeated is also equally limited, so that's why I go for HP on hit. You're gonna always be able to hit if you're able to attack, you're able to regenerate. Whereas the HP over time, it's gonna have a significantly lower effect, in my opinion, based on the fact that it's not proactive. But I said this in other streams. Hopefully, I'm not boring anybody with that. But that's something that I've noticed. Oh, maybe I'm wrong on that factor. Well, it seems silly to me for the passive regeneration to be more powerful than the HP on hit, but I'm just not a fan of that kind of playstyle either, though. It's too easy. Too easy. I haven't seen very many parts with the high level trait that I want. They'll appear in this range of levels, but and I want to use more of them that are low level because they increase the cost a little bit less on the upgrade there, but the trade-off is that there's not always a significant increase in level from the abilities that are on the parts. Because the level is not high enough. And because I can consistently get 999 hit numbers on my counter, I feel like that's a good ability to use on my on my Gunpla. That means my awakening gauge is going to be full pretty often. Sometimes in the past I've gotten really pedantic about this, where I would go back if I'd find something that was significantly powerful. I'd go back and I'd unselect several other parts that were of that same category until I was just barely over the line. But with all the issues I've been having with saves, I'm not going to be doing that from now on, because A, it's a pain in the ass, and B, it's boring. But I'm still going to be doing this kind of thing because, it's worth the effort to be better. And it kind of demonstrates the time sink that gets involved in making something like this. Depends on how good you are, but like one thing that's also vexing is that the tool for searching out traits and abilities is very clunky and doesn't seem to either I'm not using it right, or it doesn't seem to sort and filter very well based on the traits that you pick out. Like, if it's based on the series, cool. Based on whether it has an EX skill or an OP skill, cool. But if you're trying to filter and sort based off of abilities, good luck figuring out that layered crap. I've basically set it up so that it's level and rarity first, and then the level, and then the other sort of abilities, and I haven't figured out what that category is. It's got these filters on here, right? But these icons here aren't explained or used anywhere in these abilities. So it doesn't really entirely, like, okay, you can infer that, okay, long range games, normal range type abilities, I guess, would be attack and, but that would just be attack, right? And then this is defense type, so that's going to be healing, blocking, damage resistance. But they don't tell you that. They expect you to infer these things. And I looked at the guide. It doesn't explain these things. Not as precisely as I would prefer. Because I'd like to know rather than waste my time and energy on using parts that I didn't intend. And I kind of wonder about what the Japanese says on some parts, because on some weapons you have the ability to use a trait that says buff melee, and like I've mentioned in other streams, that is a weapon category which only has two weapons in it, claws and martial arts. Excuse me. And those two weapons are the only melee category weapons, even though literally every beam weapon, every halberd, axe, etc. is also a melee weapon, hypothetically, and at least in the common phrasing. So I wonder if the kanji is more specific. If the katakana, haven't tried it in Japanese, and I don't know enough Japanese to play it that way. At least not yet. I can probably infer from my experience with the pieces that I have what this and that does. I have enough experience with it at this point. But I I won't be able to know what melee means, you know, what reads, except by, again, inferring from parts that I've put together and have used in the past. But it still makes me wonder why the wording ambiguity is there, because I had on a few parts for a while traits that would buff that particular category of weapons, with the mental process going, oh, okay, that buffs my melee attacks, right? But it doesn't buff my melee attacks. It's absolutely non-functional on a weapon that's not in that melee weapon category of claw slicing or martial arts. Those are the only melee attacks. Everything else is a close range attack, and they weren't exactly clear in that wording, and I feel like they could have been. But maybe I'm nitpicking. I don't know. Sometimes nitpicking is important because those nuanced phrasings can be frustrating at times. Especially frustrating when you waste effort and energy and resources. Which, like, yeah, okay, gaming is, quote, wasting time, but that doesn't mean you want your time wasted when you're goofing off. You want to efficiently goof off, you know. I think most people would prefer to efficiently goof off. Even when they're goofing off, they want their maximum goofing off to be had. Okay, they don't want their goofing off to feel like work per se. Not always. I mean, depends on the person, really, I guess. I do like a certain amount of mental work going on. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. But when I go through this and then I lose, you know, what have I been doing? 10 minutes now of doing this. 10 minutes of work times 5 for an hour worth of upgrading suits, basically. That's not always going to be exactly that. It depends on how many pieces are in my toolbox. Which we can go look at those numbers in a second once I'm done with this. A short answer would be a lot. At one point I hit cap on some of them. It was like, you can't, it told me that I couldn't go on missions because my inventory was full. Whoops. So now I have to be mindful of that too. Which feels like a odd lack of oversight. I get it. Inventory limitations make sense in most cases. I'm not sure why they have it in this game, except that they might be monetizing it later. That's my fear. And they did it with Gundam Breaker Mobile. So I'm remaining mindful of it right now before it becomes a paid to store scheme. That's gonna be great. Just like Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but I don't like how they've chosen to grow. Oh man, and the Pokemon leaks. Oh man, I'm not gonna say more about what I know about those. Those are hilarious and messed up. Dude. Dude. I always had a feeling, to be honest, because there was that one story about Frostlass and Snowrun. And I was like, that's a little hinky. That's not normal. And we find out about this Quilava thing. Typhlosion. And I'm honestly a little bit upset because Typhlosion is one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I love that thing, but man, that's a gross story, dude. That's gross. And I'm not going to elaborate. I will not elaborate. You can go look it up. That's gross. That's nasty, as Cleveland would say. Oh, man. Back on topic. What topic? There's no topic. I'm talking to myself, basically. And on some level, I hope my neighbors think that I'm crazy, but I'm sure at this point streaming is so ubiquitous of a pastime that they're like, oh, okay, that's what he's doing. Thought I filled in the run. Again, I'm kind of apologizing, kind of not. I've got my own purposes for this stream. It's half for memory, and I hope sometimes people pop in and enjoy themselves. I remain contrarian to the YouTube algorithm as much as I can be as well. Although I haven't really been practicing the scattershot technique on this channel. I have another channel that I've been doing that on. But it's mostly shorts that I've been putting into multiple categories based on whatever I'm talking about that particular day or short. So it varies from day to day and video to video, whereas this is always going into gaming. Although I do have in mind to have a couple of streams where I'm just like a few streams every once in a while, at least once a week, where I'm talking with my mom about political stuff, and just because it's that time of the year and election cycle in my country, and there's people talking about that stuff all over the place, and she actually knows what she's talking about versus some of the other idiots out here. Myself included, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. Which is why I appreciate her information. Oh gosh, so many of these parts. Ugh. Good news is I'm almost through the list. I'm almost through the list. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I know that I'm passing over a few parts that have the traits and abilities that I want sometimes, because they're just going to be a negligible contribution that I don't want to waste the resource, or they have something else that's more valuable on them. So I'm not going to waste it at this point. Because that item rate and quality fused trait is A, low grade, and B, pretty common if you in the grand scheme of things. I'd say it's probably in an uncommon tier, but common enough that I'm willing to waste a level 8 of that in a part like this. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go find those parts. See, those are traits that I will actually go back through the list and find to make sure that I'm not wasting them, because I absolutely want to make a dragon hoarding style gunpla where every part has maxed out rate and quality drop. And so, like, I get into the mission and it just rains gold. I don't know if it's possible to get gold parts from the Gundam from the drops, but if it is, I want to find out. I think it is, but I could be mistaken. I'm not going to go back through right this moment to find those two pieces. Now, like I said, those pieces are going to be saved for a later date. I'll probably be streaming until they actually announce that they fixed the save issues. I don't suspect that they'll ever do that, so look forward to this happening every few days or every day. I don't know how often it'll happen. And the little static screen is going to be up whenever I'm not feeling like wearing the mask. Speaking of which, I think my face has had enough rest now. One sec. There we go. Oh, I guess I gotta sit up again. It started to slouch. And the only way I can tell sometimes that I've slipped down in the chair is that I looked at the cameras. I've slipped down at the cameras. Ooh, excuse me. See, that's just like one. That's just negligible. I'd use that to transfer the trait onto something else, and then probably put a level 30 on there too. And then, but that one's just superfluous. Level 30 is the only one I would need. And I have a few traits, a few parts on here that have a level 30 trait that I'm waiting to put on something. But they're traits I don't use very often, so I just keep an eye out for them when I see them, and then I deselect that part when I find it is, or I just don't put it on there. I'm probably saying obvious, inane bullshit. That's fine. Excuse me. Oh no. What was that? Either the cat or my neighbor. I'm hoping it's just the cat. The neighbor is a lot more vexing than the cat, and the neighbor's noise levels aren't controllable like the cat's are. Well, the cat, I can't control her noise level either. She'll just meow and meow and meow if she decides to. I like talkative cats though, so it's not really that annoying. At least not compared to the loud music from the neighbor. The loud music can get me demonetized in the, hypothetical event that I ever get monetized. But the cat probably can't get me demonetized unless something awful happens on screen, which I wouldn't let that happen. I love cats. I would never let that happen. I don't know why my brain went there, except like intrusive thoughts happen, and sometimes they win and they come to the surface in verbal spewings. My bad. Run zone was full. Oh, see, now I've been at this for 20 minutes, and you can start to see how frustrating it would be to lose all the progress that you've done. Because I've had this happen 3 times now, that I'll go through a process, I'll upgrade all this crap on my Gunpla, stop playing, and then I lose progress the next day. It's just gone. And that's, I feel like that's unacceptable for a game that costs up to $90, I think. That's unacceptable. At least not with some compensation or some fixing. I'll better give me some gold drops or some shit to fix this, but I doubt they're going to. And I haven't found a report function, how to report a glitch, but maybe I haven't looked hard enough. I love when I read something and every detail passes through my brain without leaving an ounce of understanding. Absolutely lovely experience. And see, at the moment, the awakening gauge increase based off of hit number is so close to being maxed out that I'm willing to go and nickel and dime it with crap like the level 8. Because then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to start creeping up to that line. Because again, it's min-maxing. That includes being efficient about how you upgrade crap, so that you're not wasting the resources and wasting the time. But I guess in the scheme of things, the time you spend in a mission is a lot less than the time you spend upgrading stuff. At least eventually. I'm trying not to leave my mouth hanging open. But I'm also trying not to stick my tongue out, because that's an equally gross habit to have when you're focusing on something. But also pretty common. I think legs is one of the categories of parts that I have not spent a lot of time emptying or upgrading things on. I have only a few different leg pieces that I really liked. So there's a bunch of parts to upgrade with. Okay, run, HP. Yeah, I'm almost maxing out this part. Okay, HP, near death, and I don't need much more to get this part perfected. And honestly, Chimera's Vidar was one of my favorite Gundams in Iron Blood Orphans. One of the times that I had trouble rooting for the pro tags in that, but it was one of those train wrecks that was hard to look away from. At the end of that Iron Blood Orphans series, like, everyone dies, and spoilers for however old it is, and if I take that off, does the upgrade? Yeah, okay. No, I don't need any more overtime, do I? Do I? No, I do. Okay. Probably need one more. That doesn't have anything significant that I want to put on there. Oh! See what I fucking mean? I misclicked once, and now I've lost 20 minutes worth of progress. Because it doesn't have a screen that says, hey, are you sure you want to cancel out of this fucking upgrade process? Excuse me for the cursing. It's vexing. If you've been here the entire time, I apologize for boring you with that. And for the cursing that you just had to witness. But I was literally at that for at least 20 minutes. So now I'm going to go through it from the opposite side and just say, fuck it. You're probably not offended by cursing if you're still here. If you are, then well, I'm going to lose you soon. But yeah, they need to have that screen that's like, are you sure you want to exit this fucking screen? You spent 30 minutes doing this. But nobody who wants sensible game design, right? No, let's not do that. Let's just make it intrusive and annoying. That's how the game. Well, and actually, that's the funny thing is there are game companies that design based off of annoyance. Like, they design filters and functions in the game that are meant to annoy you so that you can pay for you to remove those obstructions. Ads are just one case of those. You'll also find games where your performance will improve once you've paid for that, and it's not just because you're not getting a bunch of ads piped into your game. it's because they've stopped throttling you, basically. Game design has become increasingly predatory and noxious. And yep, here I am back in this doing this bullshit again because I want this part to be upgraded, so I'm gonna go fucking do it again, despite the fact that this is a Sisyphean task. So I'll often just not touch my mouse because if I accidentally hit the left click button, it goes and exits now. That's default. I'll move the mouse to get it into place. I just got one hand on the keyboard and that's it. Lovely, 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 lovely. What is that from? What is that from? I'm quoting something and I don't know what I'm quoting. I heard it, but I don't recall where I heard it from. I watch a lot of game reviews and gameplay videos, so I'm prone to picking up echolalia of whatever I've watched. Right now I'm just gritting my teeth because that's not good for me or my teeth. It's not going to fix the fuckery in the game. Just deep breaths. Deep breaths. Woosah. I don't know what that means. I shouldn't say that. I'm quoting someone else again. I think it was a movie that time. Danger of quoting things that you don't know the actual context of. Be careful of that. Yeah, they definitely need to have a question there. It's like, hey, are you sure? Are you sure? No, save that. Save it. Save it. Save it. You saw it was nearly upgraded. It was nearly perfect. It was nearly perfect. And then I accidentally hit the I accidentally left clicked twice. I left clicked twice. I'm gonna turn my camera off again. That sort of thing makes me so mad I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I don't condone or suggest starting the habit. It's a terrible one to begin. I wish I hadn't, but I'm here. But there's also a thing to be said about the way that addictive habits form. And why. Maybe I should just not go through long stretches like this without, finishing the upgrade, but it feels like there's okay. Right now I'm wasting GP because I'm impatient now because of all the progress that I fucking lost, right? But if you go back through and you go and use cheaper parts, smaller or lower level parts, it will cost less. It will also bulk the cost in some extent. So like get down to level 1 parts. Let me see if this is. See, okay, these level 6 parts. I added 2 level 6 parts. They did not increase the GP cost by much. They just by 6. By 100 for both of them. And I think that it's based upon how much experience in total it contributes, but I don't know the exact background statistics of how that works. Because like what I want for there to be is I want filters that have that go and filter out the ability level. Okay, because right now there's no ability level filtering. Because I would just filter out any ability that was below level 17, because that below that point is too negligible of a trait to actually be worth it. I'm not even going to correct myself on that at this point. Yeah, I'm skipping several pages at once at this point because I don't want to. More reason why they should make a quality of life improvement in this game that makes it so that the upgrade items, the upgrade plastics, will increase the traits that are on there. Just increase all of them by a certain amount, and the higher quality of those plastics should increase the traits by more. That way we don't have to sit through this process of sifting through all these parts, which can, as you may have just seen, can take literally 30 fucking minutes. Excuse my language. It's my channel, y'all. I don't expect to have to worry about my language until I monetize, and even then, maybe I won't have to worry about it, and YouTube will have fixed its monetization stupidity. Because there's plenty of things that make money that are very crass, very vocally cursing. Heck, this is a Gundam game. Gundam is a very mature franchise, okay? Witch from Mercury had a girl splatter a dude with a mech's hand, so he was paced. He was paced. Just a cloud of mist. Not even a mist, like, oof. Anyway. I feel like they should expect that, but they also, this game is definitely targeted lower in age range. But, America versus Japan in maturity-wise, I would say Japan is a little more mature in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. America's immaturity is showing a lot this year. Fuck. I'm sure I could have done this faster, but I don't know. Maybe it's a reading speed thing, and I'm not going to be able to get that to be much faster at this age. What age is that? I'm not going to say more specifically than somewhere in the 30s. That might surprise some of you. Might not. No, not that one. Damn it. I need to take some deep breaths. I'm more annoyed at that loss of time than I should be. But losing 20 minutes, 30 minutes of time just down the drain, it's frustrating. Especially the older you get, you're like, well, Then again, like, man, Gray still plays, is at it still. He's like, what, 50 something? I sincerely hope that nothing scandalous ever comes out about him. I like that guy as a creator. He's funny. I hope he's not a tool. One of those people is like, I hope very, very strongly. You know, you don't. It's like she had so many bad people hiding in plain sight lately that it's. It's hard to keep hope in humanity sometimes. Honestly, that's the case, though, in a lot of ways. Bad actors hiding in plain sight. I have not gotten a lot done on this stream. It's mostly been building and upgrading. But I am going to go take this on a mission once I finish this build. Yes, just so I don't lose the progress again. You know what? That's fucking good enough. I've spent almost an hour on that one goddamn piece. I don't have the patience right now. I do not have the patience for it right now. I'm not going to apologize for my cursing. If you're here, you're probably not offended by it at this point. Do I need to keep... Oh. Hey, I could put a different weapon on here. I should put my right heat rod on. Due to the way that I'm not going through that again. I don't want to do any more of that. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. Sometimes I wonder if they engineer certain systems of the game to make you not want to engage with them too much so that you don't engage enough to see the flaws. But that's... Part of me thinks that's paranoid thinking. Part of me thinks that that's warranted, given that there's a lot of flaws in quality here. But I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish this build up. Wait. Why did I have that gun? Why did I have... Oh, no, I remember why I had that. I have that one because it lets me, yeah, it lets me flip around like an idiot. That's why. But I think since I don't have to worry about the dragon heads getting in the way, I can put this on because I need a beam weapon. That's another part of my sort of design philosophy, is to try and mix up damage types, and so having a beam weapon allows you to easily fire off long columns of damage that are going to catch multiple enemies at once, which will increase your EX skill bar in a significant way. I honestly wish that they would make it so that you could shortcut to the objects that are tied to your tied to various parts of the character. So like the parts that are I probably don't need to elaborate on that. It would just vex us both. This though, I wonder if that's gonna look terrible. It'll probably look terrible. Let's see if I can get this to look like I wanted to. Full metallic to reduce the roughness a bit. Honestly, it could probably have a little bit more metallic, more emission. Yeah, so they function and look more like heat rods than. Yeah, I like that. Sort of inverts the way that they're supposed to look. Unfortunately, you can't apply a texture to any of the glow parts. And I might end up changing the way that this main looks, but at the moment, since it's going to be semi-adolescent, I don't want it to look like he's I don't want it to look like he's got a full mane. Still got to look a little scruffy until he reaches adulthood. I'll end up probably putting together like a Google document or something with the explanation for this stupid fan idea. Well, I shouldn't call it stupid. I think it's fun. Maybe other people will find it fun too. I'm gonna have to rotate that a bit more. I don't know why it isn't oriented the way that I want it to. Quite. I just basically copied the way that it was appearing on that one, so maybe that was the issue. They were the exact same pieces though, so it should seem. Oh, excuse me, gross. They should function more or less the same, but no. This piece. As it grows up, it's going to exhibit more black and green, or more black than green, because it's, in my mind, it's sort of like a copper oxide style sort of dragon. I don't know what a copper oxide dragon looks like, other than what my brain is putting together here. Doesn't even look like it's really glowing at that point. Where are the other glows? Where's the other glow bit at? says it's got another glowing element, but I cannot find it. Oh, duh. Just enough glow to have some of the details pop out. I might have to pick different arms. I like these arms a lot, but if I'm really going to deviate a lot from them, then I don't really need the claws. But then again, I've got to keep some elements of the design consistent, or it's not going to look like it's the same creature, if that makes any sense. I just realized that my camera is too low or too high for you to see that I just shrugged, so I'll just tell you that I just shrugged instead. Believe it or not, that's not actually the same color. It's just a very similar color because I've got different panel lines colors in there. Oh, I honestly do love the element of this game where you get to modify the panel line colors and things like that. There's a lot of attention to detail and depth put in, and then you reach a point where it's evident that they were just like, feck it, that's good enough, you know. And the polish in some places makes those fuck it moments even more evident. And it shows that there's I feel like it shows that there's a bit of rush put on it in some cases. It feels like there was some rush put on it. Yeah, see, it's easy to tell there that there's a difference in the way that those appear. That's inner frame stuff, so I should probably make that. Oh! Oh, wow. No. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, a lot of the inner frame that the rest of the Gunpla has is a rather dark black or gray, but I don't know that hits that mark in those regions based on that. And it's hard to tell because there's no freaking light there. And there's no, like, I want to have the tool, a tool in this builder that allows you to copy the color off of another piece and be like, I want this color to be matched here. Like this piece here, the shoulder joint, or not the shoulder, the elbow, the inner elbow joint is not colorable, but I want to be able to match that because there are some frames of this in this game where Gundam frames, Gundam pieces and stuff that you can color those elements where they're the joint pieces and stuff, and when you can't color them, it makes and you can't match them, it makes it really kind of frustrating. Then again, maybe I take things a little bit too seriously. Many would say that I take things too seriously. Although I definitely feel like I nailed that Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon vibe for this thing. Now I gotta check and see that it runs well. I love the ability to make elements like this glow and stuff like that, because you can make things that are supposed to glow not glow, and things that aren't supposed to glow pop out like crazy, and it's phenomenal. Like I can almost get the horns to match that, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. Everything in its own time. What if you color that red metallic like it's the dragon's tongue? Think that hits the mark. Yeah. It's a little tricky sometimes because the parts don't perfectly line up or perfectly match in color coordination sometimes. But I think I got close enough that it's no one can really tell that the horns aren't matching the whiskers. kind of frustrating again sometimes, where like you'll mess with the glow color, and sometimes it'll make it the higher the glow goes, it just turns white. Other times, the higher the glow goes, it makes the color even more pronounced, which is, it's hard to tell which parts are gonna and which colors are gonna do which. Why is that brown at all? Oh, I know. I made that brass, and then I scuffed it up because I wanted it to look like it was. Yeah, I know. I remember now. What is that? Oh, I remember now. Oh. I swear, if you stuck around to play to watch this, there will be a payoff. I'm gonna be at least do a couple missions with this before I go to bed. But I've been just building this thing the entire time. I might rename the stream and spending way too much time building a single dragon. I don't know. It depends on what you think it is too much time. If you're still here watching, then I guess maybe you don't consider it too much time. Am I okay with the way the backpack looks? I do want a bit of contrast in there between these different parts. Not too much. Think so? Yeah, there we go. But enough that it's fairly pronounced. Disappointed that I did not get more points in the Pro Tag contest, but I honestly didn't expect me to get far. I only got one vote. I uploaded a second design, so I lost the 4 that I had before that, but I don't know. It wouldn't have been a significant change anyway, so. Where's that color at? Where's that color at? Huh? Is that inside the funnels? I can't see where that is. Huh. I'm going to assume that's in the funnels. I also can't find this gold. Where's this gold at? Where is this golden part gone? I don't know where it could be. That part I like. That part's gonna keep that brass colored. Excuse my muttering periodically. I don't always pay attention to the volume of my voice when I'm thinking out loud. I try when I'm streaming, but sometimes it slips my mind. I kind of think I want one of my more metallic teal colors, though. Although that one basically perfectly matches the green that I made the A. And like I said, it reverses all the glow colors on there. Like there, the back piece there. Yeah, boy. I do need to change that too. The panel lines are the main reason. No, I don't like those panel lines. That's not the color I want. I want gold panel lines because those will match the gold on the side of the chest pieces. Do I have one that's like that? I thought I did. I thought I did. I thought I did. Huh. I guess I'll just modify this one. No, that's not the right one. What? What? Huh. I could have sworn I had one saved. I really hope they give us more pallets, but I imagine if we get more pallets, they're going to charge us. Everything is a chance to monetize. Remember that. And that's the rules of capitalism. Why did I say it like that? Excuse me. My apologies. I don't know what came over me. That was stupid. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I never realized. Is that a master grade whip? No? Oh, it is. I'm so dumb. I just realized. I just noticed it. Hold on. No, I need to save this build. Oh man, I've actually had people come into my my lobby and stuff, and my bad. I hope I didn't ignore y'all. I've been building on my gunpla for literal hours. It's like City of Heroes. I will get immersed in building a character's costume for days, hours. Is there a significant change? Yeah, there is. They don't look. What's the next stage up in Dragons? I have no idea. I have no idea. Brain, give me a number. Give me a word. I could look it up. I'm not gonna call it a roamer. That's stupid. That's stupid. A wormling and a hatchling. Okay. I hate the word whelp too. That just doesn't. That doesn't sound right. Whelps aren't. That's no. Oh, juvenile. That sounds too clinical. Like hatchling and fledgling sound. If I make it make up a word, then someone's not gonna know what it means. And then I run across someone's silly fan fiction, and I have to giggle at that. Alright, I'm gonna go with Dragonette. That's best I can come up with, and it's not yet there. It's not an adult yet. And once I get it to adult, then I'm gonna just call it an adult, a dragon or a worm. A wormling will be next, I think. I'll call it a wormling next, and then it'll be a worm. But based off the colors of the last stage, I think I'm gonna recolor that chest piece so that it's black in the center there, because it doesn't share enough visual similarities, if that makes any sense. I was hesitant to do that the last time I was in here fiddling with the paint, but there's some black on the side there, but also some black. And I won't put any decals on it because it's not a machine in my head canon. It's a sort of like a digital life form. Alright, let's try this thing out. I'm expecting great things. Hopefully I will not be disappointed. It's tall and skinny. Definitely has that, like, oh, what's the one? What kind of dragon was it? The Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's, oh, what's the name of it?
This is the mission desk.
What's it called? Stardust Dragon. That's the one. Stardust Dragon. I don't know why it reminds me of that, but I'm gonna call it. I'm sticking with that reference. And since there's nobody in my room, I'm not gonna wait around and bore y'all with that. I can solo them, sure.
Ah, there you are. I was hoping to run into you. So, you're not with Lynn today?
Nope. Ha! I'm taller than him.
I saw her prepping for a mission earlier, but she was too busy to chat.
That makes me very happy.
She said, "Can't talk, mister. I'm doing combat training." She seemed especially driven for some reason. Goodness, seeing her so dedicated sure does remind me of someone.
Who, me?
Exactly. You and Lynn
Oh,
are
okay, cool.
surprisingly alike, you know. That same laser focus. You both go straight for what you want. No matter what, you refuse to back down. That's probably why you make such good teammates.
Maybe, probably. I
It
don't
makes
know.
me happy to see how you push each other to succeed. Anyway,
Sorry.
looks like I found you just in time.
Leaning in to
Are
check
you
some-
about to start a mission?
I was leaning in to check some weird clipping that I thought
That's
I saw.
perfect. Would you mind if I came along with you? I was hoping to talk
nope.
to you about something. It won't take long.
Lift that thing up so y'all don't think I'm picking my nose. The outside itches after a
Great.
while.
I'll check over my loadout, then I
This
should...
thing is copper infused.
It's been a while since my last two-man mission. This should be fun.
You know, it's kind of funny that knowing things from later on in the story, that version of Mr. Gunpla looks a lot more effeminate than the one that you see on the television screens. Hint, hint. Oh yeah, I like that. I like the way that dragon looks. I'm proud of that. Oh, I do need it. I'm gonna pull the mask up for a minute. Oh no. Oh wait, I don't have time to do that. I'm just gonna go.
This is our first mission where it's just the two of us, isn't it? We should get better acquainted. Don't worry, there's no rush. We can talk on the way. Let's just get started on the mission for now, shall we? Well, that was awkward. How do I even do this without sounding totally nosy?
Oh man, I am so huge compared to them. I'm almost like mastered. Whoa! Oh wow, that EX gauge is risen fast. Oh, cool. Oh, you can actually fail this one. I think it's funny that you can shoot through this thing and not do damage to it. You'll just target the enemy that's on the other side of the spacecraft. Green mode, and now... I don't think I'll be able to layer up FX burst mode with the rest of the... Oh no, they're actually doing some damage to this thing. Hold on. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. They're all the way over here. Nothing's attacking that thing. Oh, there we go. Now I got all four of my blades out. All my blades out. Ha! Whew. Okay. I think that stage is probably going to be the hardest one out of this entire mission.
Mission cleared! Well done, everyone! everyone.
I've honestly never tried to made a funnel build. I've never made a funnel build
Wow,
yet
I'm
on this
impressed.
game.
You really are good. You get better every time I see you. That's why Lynn is so determined to keep up with you, you know? She doesn't mean to sound so Lynn. People who work that hard can sometimes
Oh, I
develop
forgot about this
tunnel
function for some reason.
vision, hurting themselves or others. But you don't really seem to mind all that.
What the
do
heck?
you? It feels like Lynn will be just fine with you and your friends.
Oh, it must have
She may
knocked
be
off the
struggling
part.
right now, but it's good to know
That
she
always
has
is a little
someone she can
disorienting
trust.
still.
Yeah, sorry. I think I said too much. Let's just finish up this mission, shall we?
Nope, I think I overshot them. Yeah, I did. Oh, I need to kill this thing. Oh. Oh, damn it. I couldn't kill it fast enough. Damn it. I think it's funny that my four funnel attack, four funnel thing takes more EX power than the super node that I have. I wonder if those are actually significantly increasing my damage that much. It's a little disappointing how short that attack, the time for that is. I guess I shouldn't expect much from the builder part, but they don't seem to imply that they're any weaker than the other parts. Maybe I'm wrong. zoom all the way over there to attack something that wasn't in there. Oh, ow, great, ow, yep. This is one of the drawbacks of having, you know, taking on the entire group alone. But hey, at least I have that defensive mode to the funnel. That helps sometimes. Can't tell why it's turning off though, or why. There, now it's cooperating with the garage back. Ow! Ah, that's my favorite arm. How dare you?
Nice work. You fought well.
Make me.
Hey, do you have a minute when we get back to the lobby? It's about Lynn. It's important.
Great! Another mission successfully cleared!
I love how it will still refer to it as though you've as if you're in a group, even though you're clearly not in a group. Okay, thanks, Phelan Fang. Yeah, I like how
Let's
that
talk
fight
somewhere
went.
a little more private,
pretty good.
okay? It won't take long.
Oops, messed up my feather again. Dang it. That thing's gonna break someday. Okay, sure. Let's talk someplace private. I'm gonna turn off my camera again for a sec because I need to itch my
Thank
nose.
you for speaking with
take
me.
off my goggles.
I mentioned this briefly during our mission, but I wanted to talk to you about Lynn.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you want to
As
talk
you know,
about that?
Lynn is a driven, competitive, straightforward girl. She's never been one to back down from a fight.
Yes, I've noticed.
She can be hard to get close to sometimes, but she has her reasons. She's been through a lot.
Haven't we all?
This is about real life, so I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. Lynn lost both her parents when she was young. She used to be so outgoing, but ever since the accident, she became more closed off, defensive.
Yeah, I swear, this version of Mr. Gunpla looks a lot thinner than and more effeminate than the version on the screen. Like, this is clearly someone dressing in drag, which I'm fine with, but it's... I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing shit.
Those first few years were hard on her. For a long time, she barely smiled. She wasn't doing well in school, and even at home, she's been... never mind. Forget I mentioned that part. I'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, now I'm seeing the hints there. Okay. I missed the hints
Anyway,
that this was
I started
a
to worry
relative
that she'd never
first
open
time
up
through.
again. It seemed like nothing anyone said could get through to her.
I guess I'm dead sometimes.
But these days, she really lights up whenever she talks about GB4. She even smiles like she used to. It's been wonderful to see.
It's nice
I
to
think
hear.
that her joining your clan was a big part of her recent improvement. Having friends her own age again, she knows she can count on. She was angry for a long, long time. She had trouble expressing herself. She lashed out. But it was hard for her friends and family. I know teenagers can be difficult, and I was prepared for that. But Lynn's childhood hasn't exactly been a normal one. What I'm trying to say is, it means a lot to me that you and your friends stuck by her. I'm sure she didn't always make it easy.
I'm gonna be honest. While there's not a lot of I wouldn't say there's a lot of evidence and characterization to the characters. I feel like there's a lot of flack given to this story that it doesn't deserve. It highlights some ideas about grief and the way people act in grief that people don't often talk about. Way people will misbehave, quote unquote, and things like that. And it demonstrates that reaching out, community, making friends, not staying in your shell is one of the healthier ways to get through it.
So I just wanted to thank you for being a good friend
rather
to
than
her.
closing yourself
It
off.
says a lot about the kind of person you are, and it hasn't gone unnoticed.
It might seem cliche to people who've gone through it or people who've never experienced it, but it's important to demonstrate that, I think. And games like this sometimes do that, even though it's like, well, your friends should be as valid to you regardless of where you meet them, because your emotions are going to be conveyed across the digital scape as much as they are in the real scape. Sometimes a little more. The anonymity lets you let things out, like in this case.
If you ever need something, you can count on me, okay? I'll be here.
But with the hobbled chat system we have, you can't have this kind of interaction with each other. It's hilarious to me that they talk about, in the framing of the story, having this great interactive medium, and then they don't let us have that.
This is the war we wanted! Hi everyone, it's Rico, the GB4 Idol, here to deliver the latest news and announcements. And with me, as always, you know him, you love him, it's the legendary Mr. Gunpla!
Good to be here. You were really feeling it today, Rico.
I am! We've got some special news for all you Gunpla fans out there today that I can't wait to share! The wait is over, and the event you've all been hoping for is just around the corner! After an impressive season of clan battles, we're ready for our final beta competition, the GB4 Beta Test Battle Tournament!
Ooh, the battle that decides the current pinnacle of GB4 is finally here!
Whee!
It is indeed, and I see you're just as excited as I am!
Of course! With everyone vying for the throne, there isn't a more passionate battle to be seen in all of Gunpla! As a well-known lover of Gunpla myself, I'd obviously love to participate!
But you're retired.
But unfortunately, I'm retired. So I'll just have to settle for watching these battles!
Is it unfortunate?
Not just anyone can sign up, though. With so many interested parties, this exclusive battle tournament is reserved for only the very best.
Oh my. There we go.
What's this?
Do it. I think I'm gonna do one, maybe two more missions if I got the energy in me.
That's right! Only those clans which have proven themselves in the rankings have earned a seed spot in this exclusive final competition.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah.
This may be disappointing for some teams who are hoping for a chance to participate. But don't worry! To keep things interesting, other clans will still be given a unique way to earn a spot on the roster.
See, this is the other thing. It's like, we don't have PvP, but the entire story is framed around a PvP tournament. Either they are hinting at it, or they're dangling a carrot in front of our faces and then gonna give us a stick.
I see. Well, I hope some of the newer clans end up joining. It's a fight I wouldn't want to miss.
More details will be released as the event draws closer, and we'll have all the updates for you right here on GB4 News. So stay tuned. Until then, we hope you continue to enjoy GB4 and all of the wonderful Gunpla battle experiences we have planned. As always, this is MC Rico.
And Mr. Gunpla! Signing off.
Hey! I'm supposed to close the show!
Okay. Still no one in my room now. In my room. Episodes, getting more. I'm tired of designing for the day, to be honest. I like how this came out, though. I really do like how this came out. Doesn't have the claws anymore, but that's okay. It doesn't have to stay clawed. And honestly, those splayed out claws that kind of give it that adolescent kind of look, to be honest.
This is the mission desk.
So now that it's getting into adulthood, then it's gonna look more refined. Oh. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit more stuff on this, though. I might have to take off those tufts later. I don't know. But, let's see what other rooms are like. Oh, why did I do that? I can't even look in the other rooms like that.
Welcome. Please make a choice. I'm ready when yes, sir. Switching. Yes, I'm switching.
Switching. Oh yeah, most of them are. Well, that one says streaming's okay. Maybe I should. Should I move to somebody else's stream? Yeah, let's go. Let's see what they got. They say streaming's okay. I've seen a few of these. I think I might have seen a few of these Gunpla before. Oh my god! Look at that Garurumon. That is a, yep. Look what I'm talking about. Like, that's a metal Garurumon, I think.
Sweet build.
Oh my gosh, I'm perpetually blown away by people's Gunpla here, man. Someone made a motorboat. Is that a boat? That's a boat. That's a boat. Do I hit the button?
Sweet build. Good work. This is the mission desk.
Alright, I'm gonna load up this story mode. Quick start. Crew some folks. This should go a lot faster with, you know,
Good work.
people helping. Oh, gosh. How did they build that? Okay, so there's obviously a Funsaiki build under there, right? They put Funsaiki on. They have I don't know what chest they have. I cannot see a chest. I can see that they've got the dragon head on. This looks like the left side dragon head, based on the way that it cants to the left or to the right. Wow, that's pretty well done. It's really well done. I wonder what they used to make the nose. Oh, whatever it is, it's pretty well done. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm trying to figure it out without actually looking at their build. Oh, okay, now I see the chest. Now I see the chest. There it is. Oh, and those are the... Oh, I get it. I get it. I don't think anyone's going to join. They might be more interested in showing off the Gunpla. that's cool. It's a big ass hand. It's a big ass hand. I love that. That's cool.
Sweet build.
Like I said, I'm really annoyed by the hobbled chat system, but you know, it is what it is. I could probably shift the arms on this a little bit more forward. Oh, hey, they came in just to join me, I think. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, that is so cool. I love when people pull off a really good asymmetrical build like that. Why does this thing give me Gao Gaigar vibes?
Wait a sec.
Oh, okay. Are they? Maybe they're switching builds. Yeah. Like I said, you have to shift. If you shift the head around, you can make some really cool alternate necks. Alternate necks. That's a good way to put it. Alternate necks. Yes! Yay! Ooh, what's they got? Is this their build? Rain. Looks like a mostly Exia rebuild or an Exia 00. Yeah, that's not bad though. I like it. The recolor's pretty good too. I'm beat. I'm gonna have to call it after this mission, I think. Thanks for tuning in if you stuck around.
The glory of victory is yours! Greetings, fellow Gunpla enthusiasts! It's Rico, your favorite GB4 news idol! Here again with me today is Mr. Gunpla to bring you some exciting GB4 news!
Hello again, Rico. Is today the happy day you finally announce we're twin spirits, bound by destiny?
Hurry along,
I'm
Mr.
pretty sure
Gunpla.
the only thing binding us is a contract.
Ha! Ha!
Way to tear my dreams apart live on the air there, Rico.
And with that, let's get on to the news. This time, we're going to be covering the latest details on the upcoming battle tournament. Starting this morning, a limited time mission has been unlocked. Inside, special tickets can drop from the Associated Boss's mobile suit. These tickets grant any team access to the battle tournament. All you have to do is find a ticket and your team is guaranteed free entry.
So they just have to find a ticket and they're in, huh? Can it really be that simple?
It is! But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. These items have an incredibly low drop rate, so you'll need both skill and luck. And remember, this tournament has a limited number of slots available for teams looking to compete. Once they fill up, it's all over.
The mission is already unlocked, so it's a battle against time. Get out there, trounce those bosses, and win your way into the tournament. Show me your fighting spirit!
We'll both be cheering you on. Those are all the updates we have for today. We'll see you all again soon. Bye now.
It's gonna end up kicking me out of the cutscene before it's over. Yeah. What? I don't like that. I wish they'd
I'm surprised they're running a big event
taken
like
that
that in
into
a
account.
beta test.
Actually, they're doing it specifically because...
Like, why put it... I get that you don't want to make the other players wait in a multiplayer environment, but, like, if you decide to get the game with friends, you all coordinate, and you all want to play the story mode together, coordinated, in the same room together, or, you know, or I say in the same room, but in the same digital room together, and it cuts you off, you're all missing the latter half of the story because it just chops it off for you. Because, oh no, you gotta don't waste the other people's time. It's a game. You're inherently wasting time. But I'm not gonna bitch. I'm not gonna bitch. I'm not gonna bitch. Oh. And this is why I soloed it to the first part. But then, you know, into new type mode, I'm gonna have to get
So
real
how
player
does this
help.
work again? The ticket
Probably.
can only drop from the boss, right?
Yes, that's what Rico said.
Okay, we don't have time to mess around. We should try to beat this boss before anyone else does.
I suggest a direct ascent.
I like the way you think. Let's go.
Definitely feels like this suit's performing a little better without the with the chest piece more focused on awakening. But I could just be anecdotally feeling that. That makes any sense. It's important not to assume.
A message? Now? What? Only one slot left?
What's wrong?
Oh,
I just got a
wrong
message
way.
from Tab. He says there's only one tournament ticket left to claim. Those other clans are too dang fast. Are they cheating or something?
At this speed, the ticket could be claimed before we finish.
No, we still have a chance. You heard that, dork. We're the goddesses of victory. We'll get that ticket in one shot. Let's go, Lilin.
I'm still confused. I'm not sure what he meant. Lynn, what is a goddess of victory?
Come on. You're seriously asking me to explain something
No,
I
the
know
most obnoxious weapon in the game. I'm not sorry. I hate that music so much. It hurts my eyes.
Combine our powers, we're unstoppable?
Like Captain Planet.
Powers?
I almost never get those four off. Almost seem like prohibitively expensive to use those, whereas like if you find up to use it in the build of the with the actual mobile suit that does it, it's gonna be cheaper. which feels like it makes it incentivized to build the original version of the suit instead of using your own custom variant. I don't know. Overthinking it, which is practically my MO. Holy crap, this might be my longest stream so far. Definitely feel like they reused these assets. But I like this gun. I like this gun plot. Even for an SD gun, that's cool.
We finally made it. That's the boss we're after. Let's take him down.
Oh, I hate
We
that.
will defeat them and we will earn our ticket.
Exactly. Nobody's gonna stop us now.
Oh wow, he went to the dragon mode real fast. That's faster than I've ever seen that happen. Yes, yay, I've got all my funnels out now. And now it's gonna take forever to keep them all going. Constant processing. I'll probably only be able to keep them up constantly in U-side mode, honestly. Basically because of the HP threshold, it's just not enough to be able to keep it up.
Yes! Oh, please, 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 please! Oh! Is that bad? Please.
See, okay, I didn't think about it like that the first time I watched this, but
Oh.
Lilin asked for it, and the AI, the Aura was like, "Oh yeah, sure, here's your ticket, kid."
I guess we really are the goddesses of victory.
Not we. I would probably just say
Everyone,
Lilin.
it's
But
Rico. Just
okay, you
pop
take
in
credit
for
too,
a
bud.
special tournament-related announcement. The last ticket for the upcoming battle tournament has just been claimed.
Yay, good
In
for
a
you.
truly miraculous turn of events, this lucky clan actually managed to find their ticket on their very first try. Congratulations, and may your luck continue in the battles ahead.
Oh, I don't like how
Actually, Lilin, and it's all thanks to you.
they messed up the sound mix in this game a lot.
No, it was thanks to everyone.
Like lines are clipped off at the
Okay,
end.
fine. You're right. All
It's
of us
annoying.
together.
Not a lot, but there's
Yes.
I don't know, enough that it's noticeable. Yay! Good job, Lilin. You hacked the system for us. That's my headcanon, whether they confirm it or not. Lilin hacked the system to get us into the tournament. And yes, that little notch there is like, I tried to make it look like it was a part of a beak or something, but I'm just gonna say it's a tongue. I do like that weapon. I've had another gunpla that was using that. I also like that one too. I've already got a couple of those. And I will never use an SD Gundam head. The bodies are decent. The arms are fairly useless except for material. The legs are also useless, but you know, to each their own. Alright. Oh man, my head's starting to hurt. I think I should hop off after this cutscene because it's going to give me more cutscene. It always gives you more cutscene. I'll probably be back on again tomorrow though. I got hundreds of hours
we'd make
in
it
this
into
game.
the battle tournament on a single drop. All thanks to our goddesses of victory.
Yes, Mashima was correct.
At last, my genius is recognized. Now, if I could just convince our third goddess to team up with me, I'm sure we'd be even more impressive.
Now, it is impolite to lie, Mashima.
Well, it was worth a shot. Man, those slots filled up faster than I thought. That many people played the mission?
Well, yeah, a lot of people are probably excited about the chance to go up against Meister Jin in the battle tournament.
Yeah, probably. Or they just want to get recognized. You know, recognition is a big motivator.
Oh, right! Meister Jin will probably be there since it's a top-ranked tournament.
I'm sure many famous builders will participate in addition to Meister Jin. It certainly makes one eager to compete.
Oh, that reminds me. Nishiwaki Engineering said they were gonna join too.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah, I'm sure all sorts of pro teams will be competing in this one. We'll probably even see some famous streamers too.
What are streamers?
I am looking directly at the camera as it asks that. They
People
called
who
us
play
out.
GB4 and broadcast it for an audience. You've never seen a stream before?
Of course not. Spoilers.
It's fine. It just means a lot of people will be watching this tournament.
Well, of course.
I'm getting more and more excited about this now that we get to compete. It's gonna be great. You guys ready to win?
Of course, of course, of course.
Aw, man. We almost had that ticket.
No, you didn't.
I heard another group got it on their first run. Why couldn't we have been that lucky?
So, the boys' clan continues to impress.
Creep.
How unlikely. Perhaps it's time I do some digging into him and that fascinating young lady.
Ew, dude. Phrasing. Guy's a career programmer and he's looking into high school students. That's creepy. That's creeptastic, man. What does this say? Oh, I got a new title. What's this under? Oh, charismatic builder. What's that mean? Okay, well, another really cool build. I'm continually blown away by people's builds in this game. So, blueprint. What do I need? I named it Dragonette. I named it Dragonette, and I didn't save it. Yeah, if you haven't played this game, then you might not know that one of the quirks of this game is that in order to get the mobile suit to properly rename itself, you have to go and save the blueprint and then load the blueprint so that the blueprint name is replacing your Gunpla's name. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. And now, okay, oh yeah, how many pieces do I have? Yeah, see, at the moment my heads and my left arm, or excuse me, right arms are my most prolific pieces. I'll have to go and clear out those a little bit later. But for now, I'm gonna pass out. Thanks for watching. If you stuck around for however long you stuck around for. Regardless, the attention was appreciated, as well as the company, however silent it was. Oh, if you fell asleep, that's cool too. Then I'm glad my voice was soothing enough to lull you to sleep. In either case, or any of those cases, peace. I'm gonna just go switch lobbies again. I've got this, like I said, I've got this paranoia about losing my save data, so I'll constantly try and remind the server that yeah, don't forget my save data. Don't forget I did this shit. I did a lot of work. Demon. Okay. No. Oh yeah, I don't want to go into someone else's.
Switchy, please. Yes, sir.
Ugh. There we go. Like I said, I have no idea what circumstances are making it so that my progress is lost. So I'm paranoidly saving and stuff. So yeah, there we go. And then finally, oh wow, holy crud! It's 5 a.m. now. Past 5 a.m. Yeah, I should definitely head to bed before my mom comes over. Only a few hours away. Oh well. When you set your own schedules, you're allowed to do that. Hopefully this didn't deviate too far from the other builds, but I like it. It looks a little different. Anyway, peace, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.